Start. Dim.
Hello, welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is BGFH, and we're back for another iOS accessibility video. And today I think we're going to be wrapping up a lot of our built-in iOS apps that we're using with VoiceOver. The major one that I have left to cover is the Calendar app, and I know a lot of people like to be able to use that. I use it, it's not so much on my personal phone, but my work phone I use it all the time, and it comes in very handy. So let's pop right into it here.
X-Rat.
So right now, again, yours is going to look a lot different from mine, and you just kind of have to find out, using your gestures, find your calendar app. Mine,
Productivity
I
folder.
have in a productivity folder
productivity
here.
Folder. Productivity. Calendar.
Calendar.
Saturday, August 10th.
I'm going to pop that open.
Calendar. All calendars.
Okay, so now that we're in our calendar, we'll kind of go through the interface a little bit, and maybe I will add a quick appointment just to kind of show you how that works. So starting at the top,
Calendars button.
Calendars button. If I do that, it's going to give me
Hide all calendars.
Hide all calendars.
All Hotmail. Jesse's calendar. U.S. holidays. Read only.
So I've got a couple calendars apparently in there. I've got my Hotmail calendar is in there somehow. Jesse's calendar.
All iCloud. Home. Work.
Home, work. I don't really know. Like I said, I haven't really used the calendar a whole lot on this one. With my work phone, I have it hooked up. Both my email and my calendar for work, I have it hooked through Outlook. So I basically use that, and it works beautifully with that.
Hide all calendars.
So let's...
edit button.
I don't want to edit.
Done.
Button. Yeah, let's go done. I'm not going to play too much into there.
Calendars.
But you can have different calendars. Like if you want to have a work one, you want to have a... maybe a school one, or maybe a family one for like birthdays and anniversaries and stuff like that, maybe. And then just maybe a to-do list or a general calendar. So,
calendars.
Upper left, we got our calendars button. I'm going to flick to the right.
All calendars. Heading.
All calendars, that's what we're in right now. That's just a general heading.
Add button.
Add button, we'll get to that shortly. That's going to be our appointment.
Saturday, August 10th, 12 a.m.
So we're on Saturday. That's actually, it pops you into today's date, so it's nice and convenient.
1 a.m. 2 a.m.
So now it just goes through, we're in like a day view, and vertically down the screen you've got an hour-by-hour breakdown of your different appointments, your different time slots. So, visually you could see what's going on there, what kind of appointments you had, and you can change. Now, I noticed it did skip, which is odd. Let me take my finger and move up a little bit here.
12 a.m. today, Saturday, August 10th, 2013.
All right, so if I move my finger
Today,
to the left,
Saturday, previous day, button.
there's a previous day.
Today, Saturday.
I'm just sliding
August
my finger
10th,
across.
2013. Next day, button.
There's a next day button. So I don't know if it's going in different order or what, but for some reason when I was flicking to the right, it did skip those buttons, and I'm not exactly sure why. Then on the bottom, past all of your time slots,
Today.
you've got a bar. You got a Today button.
Today. Button.
Which is nice because if you're looking, let's say, a couple weeks in advance to, look at your schedule, and you need to pop back to today's date to look at your schedule, boom, takes you right back there.
List button. 1 of 3.
I can do a list.
Selected day button. 2
So
of
I can
3.
do a list view of my appointments, which just tells you like your, could be today, it could be tomorrow, but it'll give you your next few appointments. I've got it on day right now, so I'm just focusing on today's appointments, which I have none.
Month button. 3
Month.
of 3. Invitations button.
Invitations, I can view any invitations. And there you go, bottom of the window. So, pretty straightforward. One thing I will also mention is that this is another one of those apps. I'm using it on the iPhone 5, but if I was using it on the iPad, the interface is going to look a wee bit different. You have a lot more screen real estate, so your controls are going to be really spread out a lot more, and you're probably going to have to, if you're using VoiceOver, it may be a lot easier to make use of your flick gestures, and especially your item chooser, in order to find different controls on the screen. Because if I remember correctly, some of the buttons are actually just kind of in limbo in the bottom middle of the screen, which kind of threw some people off. It even threw me off for a little while. But things are definitely a lot more spread out and can be a lot harder to find that one little control that you want. So again, the interface is going to look quite a bit differently, but function essentially similarly to the iPhone one. But that's just something to really be to make note of if you're using the iPad version, because as a VoiceOver user, could be a little trickier. So let's go
Today, Saturday.
back near the
August
top,
10th,
and we got our
2013.
today. I'm going to flick to the right and see what happens here.
Next day. Button.
So now it goes to our next day, so I'm going to double tap that next day button.
Next day. Sunday, August 11th. Next day. Monday. August 12th, 2013.
Okay.
Monday. August 12th,
So
2013.
We're on Monday right now, and this is what we're going to do, because we're going to add an appointment, just as a kind of a dummy appointment. And so I'll show you what that process is like. So we're going to find our add button, which remember is in the upper right corner.
Add button.
Double tap that.
Text field is editing. Title.
Title, okay. So it pops us right into our title field. And I'm just going to call this
Capital E. Capital W. Capital A. T. C. H. Space. Watch. B. Shift. Capital B. Capital F. D. R. E. A. K. I. B. N. G. Space. Breaking. V. Shift. Capital V. Capital B. Cap A. D.
Yes, the final season of Breaking Bad starts tomorrow, but because I don't get cable and I'm doing it through the Amazon Season Pass, I get to wait until Monday. However, can't wait to see the last little bit of Breaking Bad. Really looking forward to that. So that's my appointment. I'm going to say watch Breaking Bad. And we're going to go back up to our top here.
Location. Text field.
Location. I can double tap that. And I'm not going to put a location there, but if I wanted, I could put home or a specific address or whatever. I'm going to flick to the right.
Starts Monday, August 12th, 3 p.m. Ends 4 p.m.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to double tap to edit this.
Start
Now here's kind of a
Cancel
weird,
button.
when I enter the time and dates, this is a little bit of a different interface. It'll take a little bit of practice getting used to. On the top half, I've got
Selected. Starts Monday.
I've got the
August
starts
12th.
time.
All day ends 4 p.m.
I got the end time. If
Double
I move
tap
my
to
finger down,
all day off.
all day off. That's
Double tap to
I can check or
location to
uncheck if I want that to be an all day appointment.
Time zone. Chicago.
Time zone in Chicago, that's fine, Central Time. But I am on
Selected. Starts
the
Monday,
start time.
August
Now
12th,
on the bottom third of the
2013,
screen,
3
if
p.m.
on the bottom third of the screen,
tap
instead of
to
a
edit.
keyboard, shut up. There we go. On the bottom third, I have a weird little kind of item chooser thing here, or I've got a little, I forget the actual term for it.
August 12th. Mon. Picker item.
Picker.
Adjustable.
Okay, so it's a picker item.
Swipe up or down with one finger. to
Think of it as
adjust
like a
value.
combo box. So
August 12th. Mon.
that's
Picker
fine.
item.
I'm going to go to the
Adjustable.
right.
3. Picker item.
I don't want to do it at 3 because I'll
Swipe up or down
unfortunately
with one
be at
finger
work.
To adjust the 4, 5, 6,
Uh,
5,
I'll be home by 5 o'clock.
0, 0.
Sure.
Picker item. Adjust PM. Picker
PM,
item.
that's
Adjustable.
fine. Okay.
Swipe up or down with one finger to adjust.
And then I
ends,
will go back
6
up to the
PM.
top, ends, and it
Double tap to
automatically does it by hour, but if I wanted to change it to 6:30 or 7, yeah, it'll be fine to 6 p.m., so that'll work because it's about an hour-long show. I'm going to go to my upper right,
Done.
done. So we've got our time
Cancel.
set.
Starts Monday, August 12th, 5 p.m. Ends 6 p.m.
Okay, that's what we
Double
want.
tap to repeat.
I'll
Never.
flick to the right. I could repeat that, and I could say, yeah, every Monday remind me. But I don't need a reminder of that because I'm super looking forward to it and I won't have any trouble remembering.
Invitees. None.
Invitees, if I wanted to invite other people, I could do that, but I'm not going to.
Alert. None.
Alert, none. But if I wanted an alert, well, let's say I do.
At time of event.
At time of event,
5 minutes before. 15 minutes before. 30 minutes before. 1 hour before. 2 hours. 2 days. 1 day before.
so I can get reminders.
Cancel.
So
Button.
that's actually really helpful. I do that at work where I
Alert.
need to remind me of an appointment, 15 minutes ahead if I need to get something ready or whatever.
Alert. None.
Alert.
Calendar. Home.
Calendar, that's my home calendar. That's perfectly fine.
Availability. Busy.
Available, yep, I'll be busy. I'm just going to be watching my show and ignoring everything else.
URL. Text field.
URL, don't care.
Notes. Text field.
Notes, I could
Double
put some
tap to
notes
edit.
there if I wanted to, and I'm not going to in this case, but for work, I do that a lot. What I'll do is if I travel for work, I will put in the notes field, I'll put the person's contact phone number in there. I will put the person's address in there, and if there's any other notes, like they give me driving instructions, or they give me ask for this person at the front desk, or whatever note they give me, I will always put it in there because that way, when I take my phone with me on these work road trips, I have not only I have my GPS, I have my phone, I have all my accessibility tools, and in this calendar, if something goes screwy, we're running behind due to traffic, or we can't find the place, or whatever it happens to be, I can look up the address, I can give them a call. Boom, it's just right in there. I don't have to worry about having it in a whole bunch of apps, and when I enter the calendar on my computer, it just syncs up to my phone calendar through my Outlook account, and it just works beautifully. So make use of that notes feature because it can be very useful. And that's it. So I'm going to go to the upper
Done.
right,
Button.
go done, and
All
ta-da!
calendars. Calendars.
We have
Button.
our calendar appointment.
Monday, August 12th. Watch Breaking Bad from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Yes, indeed. Definitely
rotor
watch
to access
Breaking
handles.
Back. So I can use the rotor to access handles. I'm not going to do that right now. I don't really use that feature. I'm not even really sure what it does, to be honest with you, but there you go. So if I slide my finger down,
6 p.m.
nothing.
7 p.m.
7 p.m., nothing.
Watch Breaking Bad from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. 4 p.m.
There you go. So I can just slide my finger up and down the page or flick left or right, and I can go through my times. And I have my calendar. One final thing I will mention about the calendar, and I don't know why, but you can do a 3-finger left and right flick to jump between your pages in your day view. However, I don't recommend doing this because for whatever reason, I've noticed that when I've tried recently, my phone got really, really angry and VoiceOver crashed and the calendar was, I don't know, my phone just hung for some idiotic reason, and it's done that fairly often, frequently, if I use that. So instead, I go up to the very top of my calendar,
Monday, August 12th, 2015.
and I find that line with the date that I'm on, and I go to the left or the right,
Previous day, month, next day.
and use those
Monday,
previous
August
and
12th,
next day
3
buttons,
p.m.
because then it works fine. But like I said, it shouldn't crash when you do the 3-finger thing, and you can try it, but just note that I have had trouble with that in the past. And if it does happen to you, you've been warned that could happen. So hopefully they fix that soon.
That's right.
But that is a quick overview of the calendar in iOS. You can have multiple calendars. You can have one calendar. And like I said, I've used it more so with my work. And if you have your work set up through Outlook and you put that type of account on your phone, it works very beautifully. I can add appointments on the computer and they'll sync right out to the phone right away, and vice versa. I go to a meeting with someone and they want to reschedule something in the future, do it on my phone, get back to my computer, boom, right there. So it works very well, very easy to use with VoiceOver. The little time and date thing can maybe be a little bit tricky, but you'll get used to it and it works very well. So that'll wrap up the calendar, and until next time, I will talk to you guys soon.